Okay, so we're going to do this simultaneous concept. Now, this simultaneous concept is almost the same as the units and parts. All right, so let me show you how it works for one of them. So there were 80 oranges and apples in the basket at first. 2/5 of the orange and 2/3 of the apples were eaten. So in the end, there were 36 of these fruits there. Okay, so the fraction, even though there looks like there's not much information, but this fraction 2/5 and 2/3 actually gives us a lot of clues. So for example, let me just draw the table for you. So we have oranges, okay, and then we have apples. Now, they say that 2 out of 5. That means at first there were 5 units of orange. You take away 2 units and you're left with 3 units. Okay, that's what it says. And 2/3 of the apples were eaten, so you have 3 parts. So there's like 3 parts here. Take away 2 parts, left with 1 part. All right, so now there's 80 at first. So this add together is 80, and then after that, there were 36. Okay, so this is the table that you should be able to come up with. Okay, can you copy this first? Copy this one first. Orange is this number, then apples is this number. All right, so how do we do our units and parts here? Okay, let me use another color. It's green. So how to arrange our units and parts? So 5 units, you see the total is 80. How do you get a total of 80? You take 5 units plus 3 parts. So 5u plus 3p is equal to 80. Mister, you want to copy? Maybe? You know, if not, then later you cannot copy. Right, then 3u plus 1p equals to 36. So how do we solve this units and parts question? So we go back to what we have been doing, which is we will convert one of them to be the same. Okay, so in this situation, in this case, we can make the parts the same. Okay, so what do we mean by make the parts the same? So this whole thing times 3. Right, this whole thing times 3 because I want to make these 3 parts. So we get 5u plus 3 parts equals to 80. And when the bottom one times 3, we get 9u plus 3 parts equals to 36 times 3, right, 8. Okay, so now we go on to take the big minus small. So big minus small, 9 unit minus 5 is 4 unit is equal to 28. And hence 1 unit equals to 7. Okay, so copy this part first, right? This is how we get this. So once we know that 1 unit equals to 7, we can go back to here. The question is how many oranges were in the basket at first. So oranges, there were 5 units. So to find 5 units, we just take 7 times 5 is equal to 35. Okay, 35. And that is the final answer. Right. So once again, these are the difficult stuff, right? For our heuristic, okay? Units and parts. So we arrange this thing. We look at the thing and we try to come up with a number. So there's a number here, which is the total of these two. Come up with the units and parts equation. Take big minus small. Okay, make one of them the same. Big minus small, and you can find what is 1 unit. Just like that. Next one. Can you do it? Okay, good. So if you are good, please do the next one. Question number 2. Okay, we do the question 2, right? The table. So 5 over 8 of the boys and 4 over 7 of the girls left. So boys, there were like 8 units. So minus 5 units, left with 3 units. Okay, and then the girls, 7 parts minus 4 parts equals to 3 parts. And the total number of boys and girls at first 124. So these two add together at first is 124. And then these two add together, what's left is 48. Okay, so this is the number left. So now the question is, how many boys were there in the canteen at first? So I have 8U plus, so 8 units plus 7 parts is equals to 124. And after that here 3 units plus 3 parts equals to 48. Okay, so we got these two equations. Okay, so Princess, you guys, can you try and solve this thing now? Okay. Alright, I think that's like some epic speech. Alright, so anyway, after the epic speech, we will move on. So here, what do we do? This is for question number 2. Alright, so we make this like 24, right? So this like 4U 1 part equals. So I multiply by 3. I'm still at question number 2, okay, because I was interrogating him. If you scared, they don't know what to do. Huh? A bit scared about. Huh? What? Scared what? I know, if you don't know how to do and then people school you, then what happens? What's going to happen to you? Is anything going to happen to you? Huh? Nothing, you understand? Nothing is going to happen to you. Alright? You know, as I mentioned, right? Some people like ajar, some people don't like ajar, right? Some people is, natural at this. Some people is not natural at this, right? You know what that means? That means next time don't be a math problem sum teacher. It can be something else. You understand? Okay, what do you want to be next time we grow up? Okay, tell me, what do you want to be next time? Another land. Who is another land? What? Other land. You want to go to other land? Which other land you want to go to? Okay. Okay, what are you good at? You tell me. What do you think you are very good at? What's the best? That means you think nobody can win you. Can be anything. Okay. Like even Mr. Ting also cannot win you. What do you think it is that you do so well? Can be anything, Come, share, don't be shy, it's fine. Making videos, very good. Okay. How about Kenny? What do you think you're so good at? Even I will also lose to you.
I don't know.
Huh? Must have something. What do you do in your free time again? Your free time. Eh? Sorry, say again. Beauty and badminton. Oh, you also use to wait. You watch or you make?
Watch.
You watch, right? So you're very good at analyzing. Because when you watch, you're analyzing. You're analyzing YouTube, okay? Entertainment and badminton. So I'm very good. So I'm quite bad at badminton. I'm quite bad at sports. You know what I mean? I'm not really a sports person. I don't play much sports. Yeah. So I'm bad at that, but I do a lot of this, right? So I'm pretty good at this. So I think I'm almost unbeatable in math problem sum. Let's say that again. I think I'm almost unbeatable in math problem sum. Okay. So this video is going to go up, right? And see if anybody want to challenge me to do math problems now. And why am I unbeatable? Because I do so much of it, right? And because I do so much of this, you know what happens? I become very lousy at what? Badminton, you understand? Okay, right? So you know, I don't know what you want to do next time. You know, maybe you can make YouTube videos, and then you become so good at it that nobody can beat you, right? So that's what I do. I do so much math problems that nobody can beat me, and your parents pay me to teach you all how to do this. You see that? So maybe next time, Kenny, if you want to play badminton so good, that people will ask you to teach them, okay, how to play badminton. That's what it is. All right, so I'm done. I got one part because the four, and well, I say the super long work. As I mentioned, right, this is, I'm going to say this again. These are 5 marks questions in the PSLE math problems. Don't spend your entire P6 life trying to know how to do this. Why? Because it's only 5 marks. Okay, there's still how many marks? 95 marks of easy questions. Go and figure out how to do that. Okay, if you don't know how to do this, as I mentioned, when I was young, I didn't know how to do this as well. Okay, even if I were to teach my 12-year-old self, if there's a time machine, do you believe in time machine? Can you believe there's a time machine? No. Okay, I believe there's a time machine. Okay, so even if I have the time machine and I go back to my 12-year-old self, I try my best to teach my 12-year-old self. My 12-year-old would be like, what are you trying to do? I don't know what is this, okay? My 12-year-old, what was I doing? I was playing with computers, okay? First time I had a computer when I was 12 years old. It was so big. I think it's so big. So big. Have you seen such a big computer before? No, right? Yeah. So I was playing with that, okay? Most of my time. So I wouldn't have time to do all this stuff. Or I wouldn't have the interest. Or even if, I'm forced to learn this, right? I wouldn't have any idea how to do. And it's going to be fine. Why? You see what happened to me? Now, I'm a math teacher. You see that? Okay? So even when I don't know how to do, doesn't mean I cannot teach math. Got it? Next time, maybe you become a math teacher next time, right? Do you think you could be a math teacher next time? Listen. No. How about Kenny? Do you think you'll be a math teacher next time? How do you know? How do you know you'll be a math teacher? Do you have a time machine? Have you gone to the future? How do you know you won't be a math teacher? Okay. Do you have a time machine? Have you gone to the future? Don't know, right? You may be a math teacher. Okay. You may also become math. Maybe next time don't need math teacher. Anyway, back to here. As I mentioned again and again, this type of question only how many marks? 5 marks. Focus on, if you don't know how to do, never mind. Go and focus on those that you know how to do. If you know how to do, like Kenny, right? Awesome. Okay, I salute you. Very, very good. Okay, you're better than me. Oh, then you may not just be a math teacher. You become math professor. You want to be a math professor next time? Kenny? Teach in university. Professor. People call you Professor Kenny. You want to do that? Why don't I? Professor, no. What's that, a professor? Do you want to be a professor next time? Don't. Do you want to be a professor next time? Hey, you want to be Professor Princeton, double P. Call you PP. No. Why? Professor nice, why you go to university? Yeah, I mean, he can be professor because he knows how to do this. Okay, 12 years old, I don't know how to do. So maybe you'll be professor in YouTube video. Okay. Okay, so 5 marks. Don't know, forget it. Okay, go and do something else. It's fine. Got it? Okay, because I also didn't know, and I'm still a math teacher. Alrighty. So you see one part. Okay, but even if you don't know, okay, I'm gonna just try to explain. Okay, so you see one part equals 4. So the question is, how many boys were there in the canteen? Now, I want to find 7 parts first. 7 parts, so equals to 28. I'm going to put 7 parts. Okay, so 1, 2, 4, because they asked about the number of boys, at first, right? So that's 8 units. So since I know 7 parts is 28, just gonna write at the top, okay? 124 minus 28 equals to 124 minus 28, 96. Right, so the number of boys is 96. Got it? At first. That's the answer for 2. By the way, I tell you this, doesn't mean you go home and then you tell your father. Mr. Ting said don't need to know. You understand? Okay? I record everything, so I got evidence, right? Okay, I never say you don't need to know. I'm just saying if it's going to spend too much time trying to figure this out, I say forget it, go and do the easier stuff. Okay, next, question number 3. So I've done question number 3 here. What I do next is, the next thing to do is to make units the same. So this is already 100U, so I make this one multiply by 5. So I get 100U plus 5 parts times 5. So I get 25 parts equals to, wait, my handwriting is a bit horrendous. And by the way, I can say that because I'm a tuition teacher. Nobody will scold me. Get it? That's why I love to be a tuition teacher. 73 times 5. I can tell the truth. 365. Right? So 100U plus 35 parts equals to 365. Okay, now I'm going to take the big guy minus the small guy, right? So I'm comparing this one, oh man, this one and this one. I'm comparing these two. Okay, so you see 100 parts minus 35 parts is 75 parts. And the other one, 560 minus 365. 195. Okay, big minus small, remember? Big minus small, big minus small. So 75 parts is 195 divided by 75. 2.6. Looks a bit scary. 1 part equals 2.6. How about decimal? Okay, and how many apples and oranges would I have first? Now, if 1 part is 2.6, 100 parts equals to, it works. So 100 parts is 260. Okay, so that's fine. All right, even though I had a decimal here because the numbers are too big. So worked out fine. All right, so 100 parts is 260. Okay, 260. Then how about 100 units? Because apples and orange are together 560. We take 560 minus 260 equals to 300, right? So the number of oranges is 260, number of apples is 300. Got it? Copy down. So moving on, question 4. The total of 2 ropes is 3.1 meters. 20% of the length of the shorter rope and 50% of the length of the longer rope adds up to 1.25. So we're going to work out the same thing again, okay? It's all units and parts. So 20% of the shorter rope means 2 units, okay? And 50% of the longer rope means 5 parts. I'm going to do super shortcut, okay? Equals to 1.25 meters. All right, so the original length is 3.1. That means 10U plus 10 part equals to 3.1 meters. Okay, 10U plus 10 part is 3.1. Now here I times 2. I'm going to multiply by 2. 2. Because I want to make the parts the same. All right, times 2, so I get 4U plus 10 parts equal 2.5 meter. Okay, 4U plus 10 equal 2.5 meter. So now I take big minus small. So I take big minus small. So big minus small, 10U minus 4U equals 6U. 6U, and 10 parts gone. So 3.1 minus 2.5 equals to 0.6. You see, I do mental sum. Okay, so 1 unit equals to 0.1 meter. So what's the question? Find the length of the shorter rope in meters. Which one is the shorter one? Yeah, units, right? So the shorter one is actually 10 units. So 10U equals to 1 meter. That's it. Okay. Copy first, right? So far, Kenny, did you get all correct? No. Which one you didn't get correct? 4. Okay. So question 5. Mary had 100 square and round stickers in the collection. She gave 75% of the round stickers and 50% of the square stickers to her cousin. 75% of the round one. In the end, she had 38 stickers left. Okay. So what this means is 100 units plus 100 parts equals to 100. How come? Because there are 100 square and 100 round stickers. We add them together. So square is like units and round is like parts, right? So 100% of this plus 100% of this, there are a total of 100 stickers. So she gave 75% away, which means we are left with 25. So 25 unit plus 50 parts equals to 38. Okay, so now we can make parts the same. How do you make parts the same? Okay, this one times 2. Second row times 2. So we got 100 parts plus 50U equals to 76. Next, we take big minus small. Okay, big minus small. So we are comparing this with this because this green color, I mean the turquoise color, is modified from second equation. So big minus small means we left with 50U. So 50U is equals to 24 stickers. How many round stickers you should have at first? Round stickers is parts. So if 50U equals to 24, what is 100U? If 50U is 24, it's 100U. For instance, 50U is 24, it's 100U.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so this is 48. So how many parts are there? Because this is 48, right? So how many parts? 100 take away 48. Right, so 100 minus 48, 52. Right, so the answer is 52. So Mrs. Lim baked 480 cheese cookies and chocolate cookies all together. She gave the same stuff, right? She gave, did you find that it's similar, Kenny? Like same things repeated again and again? Yeah. Okay, so she gave 75% of the cheese cookies and 50 to her mother-in-law. So we're gonna start with cheese is units, chocolate is parts. Okay, so 100 unit plus 100 parts is equal to 480 cheese. Then when you give away 75% of cheese, you left with 25%. And you give away half, 50%, so you left with 50 parts. Is equal to, so what's left is 160. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to make them the same. Okay, we're going to make the 50 parts the same. So over here, times 2, we get 50U. 100 part equals to 320. So then we take the big minus small. So 100 take away 50, so it's 50 units is equal to 480 take away 320, we get 160. So 50 units is 160. How many cheesecake? Cheesecake is 100 units, so it's 100 U equals to 320. Okay, so the answer is 320. It gets very simple once you have done a lot. Right? I mean, to me, I've done, I don't know, I don't even know how many I've done. Maybe 1,000 of this, 10,000 of this. So I look at it and like, oh, okay, I know what to do. So you want to become a math teacher, do 1,000. You want to do 1,000? Why? You become math teacher. Why don't you do 1,000? Because you don't want to be a math teacher. Right? Do you have 1,000 videos? I thought you said you want to be a YouTuber. Then you must make 1,000 videos, no? Right? Let's make 1,000 videos. Okay, then you'll be good enough. All right, so 320. Did you get this, Kenny? All right. Hey, you got one of our what do you call that? The very old pencil case. Okay, that's one of my favorite. You know the black color one, right? That's the limited edition old black gold pencil case. See this one? No more already. All gone. Okay. You know it's a limited edition because you came a long time ago, right? How since when? P4. P2. Yeah, so it's right. P2 limited edition gold black gold pencil case. Right. No more already. Now even if I want, also don't have. I don't know. They're all given out. Okay. Given out to everyone. Okay, last question for the day. Let's look at question 7. Alright. So there were 800 children in group A and 30% of them were boys. There were 400 children in group B and 60% of them were boys. So there was some transfer. Some 25% of the children in A and 75% were boys. Oh my god. If I look at this, you know, if I would ask like 75% of the adults, I don't think they know how to do. But as P6, you need to know how to do. Okay? But you don't need to know how to do. It's just 5 marks, right? If I were you and, you know, it's too tough, I just skip. But it's fine because we're here to learn how to do this. So there were 800 children in group A and 30% of them were boys. So I can already come up with the number. Okay, boys. Because 800 is the total. Okay, how many boys are there? Girls is the other one, right? Girls. Group A. So group A, 30% are boys. What's 30%? 240. Okay, quick math. 240. And then here must be 560. Okay? So that's group A. Now there were 400 children in B and 60% of boys. So group B also split into boys and girls, right? 400 children, 60%. So 40 times 6, 240. So I got 240 boys again. Now if there are 240 boys in group B, there are 160 girls. So after some transfers between the two groups, 35% of the children in A and 35 what? 25% of the children in A. Okay, so this became 25U, and this is like 75U. And 75% of children, so 75 parts and 25 parts. Okay, this question is like a super difficult one. All right, so let's just look at the total number of boys. How many boys are there altogether? 240 plus 240 is 480, right? So 480 is made up of 25U plus 75 parts equals to 480. Okay, then the next one, here, look at total number of girls, 75U plus 25 parts equals to 720. Okay. So, how many children? Okay. So now we need to make one of them the same. Okay, either units or parts. Let's make units the same. So the first group times 3, group 1 times 3. So I get 75U plus 75 parts. 225 plus equals to 1440. Okay, so that's the first sentence here. Then after that, we're gonna compare, right? Big minus small. So big one is 225. This is only 25. So 200 parts equals to big minus small. 1440 minus 720 is 720. So what is one part? Do I need to find one part? How many children were transferred from B? Yeah, we need to find. Okay, we need to find 100 parts. 100 parts equals to 360. Now, why do I want to find 100 parts? Because this is 75 parts and this 75 parts, which coincidentally together is 100 parts. So once we have this thing, we will take the total here minus the total here. And we know the total is 400 at first. So 400 minus 360, 40. So the number of children that were transferred is 40 because after group B transferred some people, there were only 40 children left. And we're done. Okay? Life is good for you. Okay? So that's all for today. Alright, I want to end here today, right? So please remember bring your calculator and your worksheet next time, okay? Okay, Kenny, good job. Please keep up the good work. Right? You're doing great. Because you understand this, right? This is not easy, right? Okay, so please copy this and next week come again, we'll do the rest. That's all. Have a great rest.